I can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why?
Press him even though we could totally tell him why.
Right.
Hold it. But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room.
Joe Dark was convicted for those crimes. One thing I could say for sure, he deserved his sentence.
I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, didn't it?
I don't intend to complain about how it turned out. But there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about.
What happened?
I don't know, that's what I'm trying to find out.
Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. Except for me, of course. We'd better take another look at the files. Yeah, it's the thing.
Yeah.
So let's go all the way to the part where he's like,
I can't forget.
Yep, and then we'll present him.
Blue Badger panel.
Absolutely. Really quick, what page was it? I think it was 2? Yeah, page 2. Alright, present him the SL9 incident files on the I just can't forget the SL9 incident, you know why part. Objection. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident.
Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner.
I just have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here.
Shit.
And a list of murder victims.
Double shit.
Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man?
Neil Marshall?
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago.
On a river.
He received the same lousy prosecutor award you got.
What? The prosecutor?
He must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award.
Now I remember, the prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did.
That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands.
But what's his relation to you?
God damn it, Judge.
He was my brother, and my hair is totally real. He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant, chief detective at the time.
That's the fourth guy.
Oh, yeah.
The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least according to the public records.
What do you mean?
My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight.
And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions?
There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me.
Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence.
Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled.
Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. I don't even give a shit. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder of the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on in the police department.
Chance? It's gotta be more than just that.
So, if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one.
Which, in turn, means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
Hold the fuck on, Edgeworth! But wait! A verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial.
Objection! Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today.
But
There's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department.
It seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner.
All the mysteries at the police department have been uncovered. No contradictions remain. The murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Skye. There were no errors in the testimony of the witness, Angel Starr. You have the response? Make it one word or less. I rest my case.
you're a dick.
And a winner, bitch.
Seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt.
Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department.
There's no doubt what I have proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty.
Now then, the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
Oh my god! Yeah!
Hold it! Your Honor, wait!
Emma!
Shut up!
Okay.
The defense has an objection, a scientific objection, right?
What do you mean, right?
Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian?
Your Honor, in a sense.
Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edwards, please.
I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3.
What a nice guy.
Interesting.
I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to Joe Dark killings.
Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky's sisters were in that file.
But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. Oh, I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing, the other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker?
But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again.
So did you find anything?
No!
Oh. Huh?
Sorry. Guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
Is that all?
Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school girl.
God damn it, Emma! This is a
Living in a
serious
high school
situation!
world.
Shut up, Emma! God damn
Wanna be
it!
a scientist.
Go fucking shop at Hot Topic! Fuck!
Gonna go shop hot dog.
God, and I'm just an attorney.
But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save blood, it's you.
Fuck, you right, me? Oh boy!
Oh boy!
Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain?
It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this?
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be more use, but still! If you can't find anything wrong with the blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day.
Yes, Your Honor. If I've ever needed to concentrate, it's now. I didn't need to concentrate on my SATs just now. What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing?
I'm gonna look at court record.
Yeah, same.
It's the fucking badger. The blue badger.
You think so?
It's right in front of that locker.
Oh. And there was a handprint like on the blue badger's face. I remember that.
There was actually. I'm gonna go look at the
The video.
again, yeah. Really quick. Yeah, it was right in front of it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, blue. Yeah, there's a little fucking handprint right there on his face already. Yeah, alright. Well, I'm down to object, and if you guys are ready to object,
We can object.
we gotta go full blown on this one, alright?
Alright.
Okay. Objection! This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction.
The only thing that seems clear is you're grasping, Mr. Wright.
That's what she said.
You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them?
Yeah, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing.
Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on him?
Yeah. Something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of that blood mark.
Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright.
With all this evidence here, there's gotta be something I can use. And then we'll just
Question
show 'em.
is-
What is it? Sorry.
It's my time to
You!
talk.
Take it! Take the time! Go for it!
The question is, which item can prove something is missing in the floor plans?
Thank you, bearded baby! Present the blue badge of panel, please! Take that!
What about that piece of plywood?
The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. A defender of truth, guardian of proof.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here.
So,
watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Boop. Dance. Well?
Well, what?
God, you're fucking dumb. That's right. So long as the Blue Badger's dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker.
what?
Wrecked. Nerds.
So that means... just what exactly does that mean?
It means that it can't be done, God!
What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker.
Holy shit, you're bald as fuck!
Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically. Don't yell at him. Oh, on that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the blue badge to the evidence room, right? Right?
Yes!
After he put it down, it would have been possible to leave a handprint on the locker.
Ugh! So that means must blend blood marks was left there before the blue badge was brought in?
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom.
It may sound far-fetched like the Pokemon, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice!
How?
One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security camera. Check it. Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which his trivial amount of blood was found. The problem is, the other time. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered!
Objection! That's ridiculous. I refute you.
Shut the fuck up! The murder portrayed in the security tape has to be proven to be fake! However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker.
Objection! So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves it occurred.
Okay, fine, bitch! When this first occurred!
Surmise, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was disguised as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room.
The blood mark on the locker proves this shit.
Very well. Then tell us, when did this first incident occur? Proof must be presented.
Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that.
Now then, will the defense please present its evidence? What shows when the first crime took place?
Yeah. Slow your fucking roll.
I'll fucking throw you.
Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
Alright, so ID card record right there.
Yep.
Doing it, man. You ready?
Ready.
Wait,
ready?
which one? Which one?
ID card record.
It's a piece of white paper with lines on it.
Everyone ready? Everyone ready? Everyone
Ready.
ready? Ready for justice? We're ready for justice! We're going in! Take it! If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the perpetrator would have had to have entered the room. In order to do so, an ID card is required.
An ID card. Oh! The ID card record.
Yeah, that thing! Officer Meekins brought the blue badge panel into the evidence room at... What's it say?
Let's see here. 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 p.m. I'm having a stroke. Miles Edgeworth, just what have you done?
I never figured you had a nerve, boy.
Put off the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me.
Nope, I ain't getting it.
I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood.
That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer.
I would have just had 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible.
That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edwards entered the evidence room.
Let's look at the chart again. There's only one other card remaining. 7777777.
Talk about a lucky number.
But wait. That doesn't make sense. How could Officer Goodman have entered the evidence room?
Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 7777777.
Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 7777777.
One more.
That's 1/7 too many, Your Honor.
Oh!
Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least, at present.
What?
Explain yourself, son.
The ID number 7777777 belongs to someone with the rank captain or higher. Someone who is so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire in such a person's identity.
Oh, shush. But that's ridiculous! Just how?
I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright.
Sorry, I gotta have myself.
There's one situation in which we can be granted such authority.
If an official charge is filed against an executive is accepted.
An official charge?
You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates.
Oh my god, he's right.
Objection! I take pride in my work, Mr. Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself.
Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask you a question.
Yes?
No, not you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive.
Lana? I forgot that she's just sitting here.
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number. And it's not sevens.
Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident.
The SL9 incident.
No, the Big Shell incident. Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial, 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence?
Oh shit.
Dun dun dun.
Dun 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 dun.
You need the witness to repeat the question, Chief Prosecutor.
Who the fuck was that?
Fine, Mr. Edgeworth.
That was
His
you.
snake. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time,
Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did.
Lana!
I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant? Just what are you saying?
I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did?
Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
Why don't you answer him?
Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
But Lana...
Even if it involved forging evidence.
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 See, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh. No!
Oh no.
No!
Order?
No.
Yes.
Balderdash!
Lana's remarks caused such a stir. The chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. Rumble, rumble, rumble.
Forgeries!
To be continued.
Dun, ba, dun, dun, dun.
Sick. You wanna
Save state.
You wanna save state and take a 5-minute break?
Sure.
Sick, cause I'm kinda fucking thirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah, drinks, man. Drinks on the house. Meaning tap water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good shit.
From the house.
From the house. Alright, we'll be back in about 5 minutes, guys. So, yeah, be right back. For more justice. And other stuff.
Uh-huh.
Just justice.
Yeah.
Alright, bye.